Let's go to Neria Hlakotsa to find out what's happening. Neria, good morning. And what's the situation like in Kimberley this morning?
Good morning, Sakina. Well, I can just say that this morning it's relatively quiet, especially here in the Galeshewe township. We've been driving around since morning just to see the situation. And I can tell you that just moving from the central business district in Kimberley to come here to the township, it was very quiet on the roads. There are no blockage on the roads or anything like that. You can also, of course, see police are already all over Kimberley right now, but there hasn't been any protests that we've witnessed. So we still, however, still gonna check around the township itself. Maybe there are parts that have started, but for now it's very quiet. We've even seen taxis operating, so there hasn't been much this morning. And of course, it's a bit of a shocker in terms of what are the plans of EFF members here in Kimberley, whether they will come out a bit later or what, because the area that we are in right now, this was one of the hot spots that were earmarked for the protest, but I can tell you that nothing is happening here. But one thing, Sakina, can tell you is that community watch groups have decided that they will be protecting businesses here in Kimberley just in case the protesters decide to loot or anything like that. And I'm joined by the leader of Operation Fiela, which is a community watch group here in Kimberley, just so that they can give us an update, because they have been up since morning, in fact since last night, just to make sure that Kimberley is safe. Let's just speak to Bishop Lowe right now. Bishop, just give us an update. You've been here since 9 p.m. How is it looking? Have you seen anything happening?
Good morning. Yes, we've seen around 2 a.m. there was a bit of the protesters were here at a circle, but it was only for 30 minutes. And then the police managed to handle the situation. And then around that very same time, while they were busy here, there was one shop that was looted, but we stopped it in time. We managed to apprehend one suspect, and then 2 fled away. And we managed to save some of the stock of the shop in Magoda. So up to so far, it's been quiet. So they tried around 3 again to throw stones at the passing cars around at John Daga. Also managed to stop it. We managed also to speak to them to say, no, you said you want to protest, not to damage the people's stuff. So everything is under control now. With the help also of the community, we managed to work with the police the whole night up until now. We've been monitoring the situation, but what we can say is everything is under control here in Galeshewe.
Yeah, and maybe let's just talk about why you've decided to come out. What is your view on the national shutdown?
What made us to decide to come out in numbers? It was because we have an experience of the shutdowns. The damage that the shutdown has once made in Kimberley, the looting, and a lot of people lost their jobs. So we didn't want that. Kimberley has nothing, it's got little. So we said, let us protect the little that we have and try to save also jobs. We don't want after this much people must lose their jobs. So we said to ourselves, we don't have a problem with the protesters. They are right, they are fighting for what is right. But we are protecting what we have here, which is the businesses and the jobs. And most importantly is, you must remember, a lot of youth is unemployed here. So when things like this occur, they take this as an opportunity to damage whatever they can damage and get their hands on whatever they can get their hands on. But we are very happy that everyone showed support in the initiative that we took as a community.
Sakina, that was Bishop Thabiso Lowe here, just basically telling us about how things are looking. And I must just add that yesterday we also spoke to residents of Kimberley just to hear their views on how they feel about the national shutdown. The young people that we spoke to were saying they're hoping it will bear fruit, because we know that amongst other things, except just for President Cyril Ramaphosa to step down or be removed from office, the The EFF is saying they want to fight. They're protesting against load shedding, unemployment, and gender-based violence. So the young people we spoke to, they were saying they hope that unemployment will be dealt with. You know, they have a little bit of faith in terms of this national shutdown. But other people were saying, will this national shutdown really bear fruit, or it's just one of those publicity stunts? But it remains to be seen. As EFF leaders yesterday, when we spoke to the EFF provincial chairperson, Shutdown, he indicated that this much is necessary because the people on the ground have been asking the EFF to speak out, have been asking the EFF to represent them and just take action. So we will, it remains to be seen whether anything will change here. And of course, this morning we'll still be around Kimberley, we'll still be around Galeshewe just to monitor the situation and see if anything changes throughout the day.
Oh, thanks so much, Neria Hlakotsa, our reporter in Galeshewe in Kimberley.